I am fully aware of the messages you have received throughout your life. You have been told that your reactions are excessive. You have been urged to become more resilient. You have likely been advised countless times to stop viewing events through such a personal lens. You have spent a considerable amount of time feeling the need to apologize for being who you are. However, I am here to tell you that this assessment is inaccurate. There is nothing wrong with you. You lack neither strength nor substance. You are not a flaw in the design. In psychology, some might refer to your nature as a trait of high sensitivity. I prefer a different description. You are an individual with an amplified detection system. While many others capture their surroundings in a standard format, your cognitive system captures experiences with extraordinary precision and depth. Today, we will examine the psychological patterns that confirm your responsiveness is not a deficiency. Conversely, it is a sophisticated way of perceiving the world that society is in great need of.
To understand your nature, we must look at how your mind processes information. This is not merely a quirk of character, it is a unique way of navigating reality. Consider the human mind to be an optical recording device. The cognitive systems of most individuals capture reality in a standard, functional way. It is efficient. It achieves its objective without excessive energy. Conversely, your mind operates like a system recording in extreme, high-fidelity detail. Research has highlighted 3 primary characteristics that clarify why your perception of life is so vivid and intense. Initially, your mind operates with a very open perspective. Most brains are adapted to filter out the majority of their surroundings to conserve energy, viewing ambient distractions as trivial. Conversely, your mind considers every detail meaningful. You notice the texture of your environment, the subtle background shifts, and the unspoken mood of those near you, all simultaneously. This is why you often feel overwhelmed, yet it is also why you perceive the beauty, the recurring patterns, and the solutions that everyone else overlooks. Secondly, you possess a high capacity for empathy. For you, it goes beyond simply understanding that someone is experiencing a difficult moment. You resonate with their state of mind. You function as an emotional absorber in a world filled with constant noise.
Thirdly, this leads to the most misunderstood aspect of your makeup, the depth of information processing. Many call this the pause to evaluate strategy. During a discussion or when making a choice, you might feel as though you are less quick than others. You might reprimand yourself for hesitating. But here is the reality. You are not slow, you are thorough. While others are engaged in surface-level processing, your mind is conducting deep analysis. You are linking the present moment to past experiences, predicting outcomes, and interpreting the underlying meaning of the situation. You are not hesitating due to confusion. You are hesitating because your mind is ensuring the best possible result. That is not a defect. That is high-level thinking. Now, you might ask, if this makes life so challenging, why does this trait persist? This is the most crucial part. If being sensitive were a weakness, it would not be a common human experience.
But it is, because the collective depends on you. History shows that society needs those who notice the environment shifting before the storm arrives. What you might perceive as a personal liability is, in reality, a high-precision early warning system. The modern world is loud, relentless, and aggressive. It was designed for speed. That is why you may feel like an outsider. However, do not confuse being different with lacking value. I realize that operating this level of radar comes with a significant energy cost. When you need to retreat into the sanctuary of a quiet space, you aren't being dramatic. Your system is simply at capacity. You are experiencing a natural need for recovery. Biology offers a brilliant analogy for this. Think of it like this. Some plants are remarkably hardy and indifferent to their setting. You, on the other hand, are like a specialized flower. If forced to exist in a chaotic or draining environment, you will struggle. You face challenges that others never encounter.
For years, you have likely blamed yourself for not being hardier. But research suggests a concept known as vantage sensitivity. When you find your ideal environment with the right space, the right pace, and the right care, you don't just endure. So here is my guidance for you. Stop trying to build a thicker shield. You cannot fundamentally alter your nature, nor should that be your goal. The world already suffers from a lack of depth. We do not need you to become calloused. You blossom with a depth and sophistication that others cannot mirror. We need you to remain exactly who you are. Nevertheless, you must safeguard your gift, establish firm boundaries, and honor your fundamental requirement for stillness. The next time someone labels you too sensitive, draw a breath and hold on to the truth. You are not broken. You are simply viewing reality in a high-definition format. In a world that is becoming increasingly detached, your capacity for feeling is not a burden. It is the core of what makes you human. Because you possess this high-resolution awareness, you may have instinctively guarded your private world. You might be the person who observes, but rarely interacts. To the outside, you are a ghost. Yet this silence isn't a vacuum. It may well be a sign of inner strength. If you wish to determine if your digital silence stems from profound self-assurance or hidden trepidation, select the clip right here. Disclaimer: this video is for educational and informational purposes only. It is based on general principles of personality psychology and is not a medical consultation, diagnosis, or a substitute for professional mental health care. If you are experiencing significant distress, please consult with a qualified professional.